Wait, you need to stop talking.
I'm
Is Mr. Griffin, are you Mr. Griffin or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony
The
Griffin
executor of the
that is
estate
charged?
of
Stop a
Anthony.
second here.
This
If you
is
keep
what I-
talking over me, we're gonna cancel
You is
this.
talking over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
We'll go on the record in the state of Wisconsin. Nine, could you get the appearances, please?
Assistant District Attorney Jack Schneider for the state of Wisconsin.
And you're Mr. Griffin, is that correct?
No, all statements for the record comes now the living man, Anthony of the Griffin family.
All right, so Mr. Griffin
Appearing
Is,
expressly.
wait, you need to stop talking. Is
I'm
Mr. Griffin,
appearing expressly.
hearing today? Are you Mr. Griffin or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony Griffin
executor of the
that is
estate
charged?
of
Stop a
Anthony.
second here.
You asked me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay,
Welcome back, guys. This one's a total circus. This sovereign citizen doesn't just argue, he practically hijacks the courtroom with non-stop rambling and zero logic. From the second it starts, he's interrupting the judge, throwing out random legal jargon like he's casting spells, and even goes off on a weird rant about not being black and being a living man, whatever that's supposed to mean. It's like watching someone mix a history book, a conspiracy theory thread, and a motivational poster, then try to use it as defense in court. Be honest, do you think these guys actually believe the nonsense they're spitting, or are they just trolling the whole system to see how far they can push it? Let's dive in and break down this madness.
I don't want you to answer it anymore. I want a yes or no answer to a question, okay? And the question is, and I have to get the case back in front of me, I'm sorry, but bear with me. Lost my calendar. I have a simple question for you.
25 CF 939.
Are you Anthony Griffin with a date of birth of August 20th, 1985?
I am not the dead entity, Anthony Griffin. I am the executor of the estate. of Anthony Griffin. I do not agree to be.
All right, well, we'll have to set this over and hold you in custody then until we can have a later
I will check
hearing.
as I've been held for 72 hours without seeing the judge. That is unlawful.
But you're not Anthony
So
Griffin.
you are agreeing to violate my common law rights. Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you to, let's do this, okay. I'm gonna find probable cause that this is Mr. Griffin, that is acting in an obstructing way, but,
I object to
we'll go ahead
my
with it. Do you have a
justice.
copy of the complaint there in front
I
of you?
object that you're obstructing my justice.
Your objection is noted.
I'm a more, you haven't listened.
If you keep talking over me, we're gonna cancel
You
this.
talking over me. I just want to state the facts. Do you not want the facts to be stated on the case? Am I not allowed?
I need you to- you're not allowed, no, you're not allowed to talk right now.
Of attorney. I am not.
Okay, let's hold him in custody, or canceling this hearing, you're gonna have to be
That's
held.
okay.
You're not willing to cooperate. Make a
Let the record show that you're violating my rights.
Cooperate.
Let the record show that, please. Thank you.
Record will note that he refused to cooperate so that an initial hearing could be conducted.
We'll go on the record in the state of Wisconsin versus Anthony Griffin Jr. That's 25 CF 939 appearances.
It's Reed Marco for the state.
Understand order the Black Defendant's Office defers to Mr. Griffin, who's indicated that he wants to take care of his own case.
So yeah, that was his grand entrance after spending 3 days in jail doing who knows what, probably rehearsing his next courtroom meltdown in the mirror. Apparently, he didn't want to sign the basic form just to appear before the judge, which is kind of like refusing to hit accept on terms and conditions, then being shocked when you can't log in. Most judges would have let him rant just to get it over with, but this one came in swinging, shut him down so fast I thought he was speedrunning the docket, and believe it or not, he comes back later and somehow dials up the chaos. Like the jail time gave him new material or something. Let's get back into it.
Right, is that right, Mr. Griffin?
No, I'm not Mr. Griffin. I'm Anthony of the Griffin. I am the power of attorney for him. I do have a question for the court. Will I be allowed to speak freely, or will my civil rights be again granted on?
Oh, you get to make a statement on bail, but we're going to do this in an orderly fashion, but
No,
you're indicating that you're not Mr. Griffin, or that's just not how you identify yourself?
It's not about me identifying myself and the Griffin theories in my all caps entity with the dead entity. I actually have an EIN for this created entity. This is not me. I also do not live this address. I'm also not a black man. I am a lord. So a lot of things on here totally wrong, which cannot be at all. My weight is not 240 pounds. All this information is false. But as for the record, all statements for the record comes now from living man and the other different families. Sure, your is appropriate son status appearing expressly to continue to rigorous supporting. I'm not to be mistaken with the all caps state as I am the occupant of the executive office and also the sole beneficiary of the state. I filed my power of attorney with the court and I'm ready to proceed. Let the record show that I do not agree to be a surety for the debt entity as it was created from the state and was given to me and is not a representation of me. I am not going to owe debt to the United States or to the state of Wisconsin. Further, I'm not a flight risk. The only reason I missed support was due to the failure of the court to notify me of said date. Furthermore, on being detained, I made it very clear to Officer Gilson that I wanted my rights read to me. Officer Gilson first refused after we asked him twice to know what being read in my rights. After Officer Gilson read me my rights, I made it very clear to him that I wanted my attorney present with the sheriff. Officer Gilson then replied, "They won't come." I made it very clear to him that if he continued to talk to me without my attorney present and the sheriff present, it would be a violation of my civil rights and my constitutional rights. He ignored these facts and continued with the arrest in violation of my law and the rights and the protocol that he agreed to follow as an officer. I was pulled over while traveling in a private automobile. The plates read, DOT exempt, do not detain private travel. I made it very clear to him that he does not have jurisdiction, but yet he forced it. I was never properly identified as a suspect. My fingerprints were taken under direct arrest of origin after I told them I did not want my fingerprints or people taken until I have a court order from the judge. I do not argue with any of the facts in this charging instance. This is not me taking a plea. This is accepted for value and returned for value. All the charges continues in this case and use my exemption for discharge and set off and release the order to me immediately.
Okay. Well, I think there's at least a reasonable inference on the record that the person known as Anthony Griffin is the same individual in front of me. When they called Anthony Griffin's case, he came out of the holding cell. I don't know why he would do that if he's not. I gave you an opportunity to speak. I'm speaking now, sir. You can object. There's no basis for it. I'm looking at the court records. Please don't interrupt. I'm looking at the jail records.
The Trust Act of 1666 says that when somebody claims their estate, you are to relinquish all of the things to them.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard that ever.
This right here is the reason sovereign citizens exhaust everyone. They don't want a conversation. They want a solo performance with no intermission. You try to say one thing and they instantly cut you off with some dramatic legal buzzword they barely understand. It's like trying to explain taxes to a squirrel. Lots of noise and no progress. And the whole "I'm not black, I'm a living man" speech. Bro, at this point you could tell me you're a hologram sent by ancient lawyers and I'd believe it. Because clearly we left logic at the door.
That also means that this
You
is not
can file your written motions,
not
Mr. Griffin.
a court with jurisdiction, and I challenge jurisdiction under Federal Rule of Procedure 5.1.
It's denied. The booking photo and the Spillman records match this particular individual.
Right to approve your
I'll
own
find
jurisdiction.
probable
A
cause.
man can be lord over his own case.
And where would you like us to send mail, sir?
You already have mail,
Okay,
53532,
thank you.
and I have a right to be on cognizance.
What's the state's position on bail?
Thank you, Your Honor. In this case, the state is asking the court to impose $1,000 kind of bail with the condition that the defendant be prohibited from possessing any dangerous weapons as defined by the Wisconsin statutes. It's my understanding that the defendant posted $5,000 cash on his current pending felony case and then failed to appear in court. He is alleged to have refused to identify himself and has committed additional crimes while out on cash bail, which is, as we know, a general violation of conditions.
I object.
It's our position that
Well,
cash bail-
Let her finish. We can't have this hearing. We are talking over people. We're trying to record it. What's the basis for the
the
objection?
basis for the objection is the fact that she has no basis of knowing who I am. I don't know who she is.
All right.
She's not even.
The objection's overruled. I ruled it, Mr. Griffin. Let her finish.
As far as that failure to appear, Your Honor, it looks like a gun warrant for a body only hold was issued on January 27th of this year in pending case 24 CF 907. That warrant was not served until almost 3 months later on the 17th of April this year.
So Your Honor, they're sure not that when somebody has a court date that they have to be served a court date so they know that it's there? Or is it okay to actually set a court date without notifying the defendant or the accused and then locking them up for one?
All right, and I gather you're alleging that Judge Highland did not send notice to you?
No, there's no certified anything there. There's no documented proof of service of anything of that date. I went to every previous court date and I don't skip court date. He didn't show up for the last 3 court dates prior to that, and I've actually put in a motion for failure to prosecute, yet they still move forward as if nothing was placed in and no one came to court except for me and the prosecutor, and the judge was hiding in the back or whatever the case may be. I filed an abatement just to let them know I'm not the person who they're looking for, but yet I keep getting trampled over in court. My rights keep trampled over in court. You have this person standing to the left of me who knows me not at all, and yet I would like her to take the stand and talk about how she knows me personally, because you cannot be a beneficiary.
Well, we're not going to be
She's
doing any of that,
as the
Mr.
state,
Griffin.
and she is not the state. I know her not. So I don't understand what's going on.
All right, well, it looks like they mailed notice to the address that you had on file at the time.
So
But you're gonna have to take that up with Judge Highland.
Let's be real, this guy being confused isn't surprising. It's basically his whole personality at this point. He walked into court talking like he's the main character in a legal drama no one else auditioned for, just firing off random laws like he found them in fortune cookies. The prosecutor looked like she was trying not to laugh and cry at the same time, just silently wondering how she ended up debating a man who thinks courtroom rules are optional. Honestly, if I had to sit through that much nonsense, I'd be requesting hazard pay and noise-canceling headphones.
That case is not before me. Looks like he's issued a body-only warrant. You can't get released on that until you have a hearing with Judge Highland in that case. I think given the history, $1,000 cash bail is necessary. I will set that.
I object. It's clear that
And that's
procedures have been violated and you're still moving forward. This is called an obstruction of justice.
Don't
Let
think
the
that
record
your
show
rights have
that.
been violated.
Know everything that I've said.
It's all being recorded, Mr.
I'm
Griffin.
glad.
You would have the right to a preliminary hearing in 10 days. Do you want that scheduled?
But I don't want to sit in jail any longer.
Island on the other case, right now, you're not allowed to post any cash bail to get released in that particular case. I don't have any authority to do anything with that.
So if you don't have authority, that means
You're
you don't
gonna
have
have
authority
to, you're
over
gonna
me.
have to address
I object.
that
If you don't
case
have
with him.
authority to actually set me a bail, you do not have authority over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
All right, and I'll also order that you not use or possess dangerous weapons as it's defined by the state
Are you
statute.
responsible for that?
And because I haven't heard a response, I don't believe we have a waiver of time limits to set a time for
Are you
preliminary
responsible
hearing.
for me if something happens?
And we are adjourned. Mr.
Okay,
Griffin.
since you're not responsible for me if something happens to me, let the record show that you are not. You are crazy. Bad.
And just like that, he's off to cool down in a cell, probably still trying to remember which made-up law he forgot to yell. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill sovereign citizen. This guy came in like it was a lifestyle brand. Homemade documents, weird plates, the whole I don't consent starter pack, he was all in. You could tell he's been building this fantasy in his head for years, and then reality hit him like a legal brick wall. What impressed me the most was how the judge balanced patience with authority. It's not easy when someone's trying to derail the entire process with word salad and bad YouTube law school energy, but the judge gave him room to talk, just enough to show everyone in the room that this wasn't going anywhere useful. Then without raising his voice, he brought it all back on track like a total pro. That's textbook courtroom control. Stick to the law, shut down the circus, keep it moving. Let me know what your take is. Was the judge too calm or just the right level of done? Drop a comment below and tell me what you think should happen next time this guy ends up in front of a judge, because you know he will. If you liked this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I post new videos like this every single day and it only gets wilder from here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.